The most striking Lurianic diagram, in my view, is the one depicting the so-called 13 Tikkunim of the beard. Its earliest known witness appears in a manuscript of Derech Etz Hayim, copied in Jerusalem in 1679 from a copy that had belonged to Meir Poppers himself. By the end of the 17th century, the manuscript had found its way into the celebrated library of David Oppenheim in Prague. The subsequent history of this diagram effectively began in Oppenheim's house, where the young Rabbi Moshe Graf was staying while preparing his work Vayakal Moshe for publication. Graf must have been deeply impressed by the image, for he reproduced it faithfully as a 2-page woodcut placed at the very center of his book. The precise function of the diagram within the 1679 manuscript codex remains somewhat unclear. From a codicological perspective, its placement does not appear to carry any special significance. It is pasted onto a blank leaf at the end of the volume and was drawn by a hand different from that of the scribe responsible for the preceding pages. Those pages contain unrelated material drawn from the gate of the Kelipot, the 48th section of the Etz Hayim, as edited by Poppers. The meaning of the diagram, however, can be determined from the texts embedded within it. It is a detailed map of the 13 Tikkunim, the 13 rectifications or configurations of the beard of Arikh Anpin. This beard flows from Arikh toward Ze'ir Anpin and corresponds to the 13 attributes of divine compassion. These attributes are rooted in 2 biblical passages, Exodus 34, 6-7 and Micah 7, 18-20. The Idra Rabbah teaches that the supernal beard of Arikh expresses the verses of Micah, which are then modulated and transmitted downward into the lower beard of Ze'ir, associated with the verses of Exodus. Arikh embodies pure and boundless love, whereas Ze'ir is a discerning divine persona, capable not only of compassion but also of judgment. The integration of these 2 beards is regarded as the catalyst that opens the gates of mercy. Zohar 3, 131a. The 13 streams, representing the beard of Arikh as long dreadlock-like or intertwined strands, are depicted in the diagram as flowing currents. A closer examination reveals that they originate from 13 centers, or nodes, identified by acronyms derived from the verses of Micah. Finally, these streams culminate in the 13 medallions at the bottom of the diagram, where the corresponding verses from Exodus are inscribed. In this way, the image visually maps the descent of divine compassion from its transcendent source in Arikh Anpin to its manifest expression within the lower realms, transforming biblical verses into a dynamic architecture of mystical flow.